Hey, beautifully polished. This is Debbie. Sorry, I'm getting on a few minutes late. Clearly, Facebook has changed their platform, and I could not figure out how to go live. So if anyone has not gone live, I guess it's been a few days for me since I've done it, and I couldn't quite figure it out. So it looks like they have some new streaming platform. So if you've tried and can't figure it out, you just click go back to a previous way of going live, and it brings you back to this whole format because I don't understand the whole streaming thing. So sorry I am late. And then after I couldn't figure out how to do it, I went on to my personal page by accident and went live. But thanks for joining in today. It was fun to be able to get dressed and curl my hair today for my big day out at noon, Wednesday training. So thanks, you guys. If you guys are like me, getting dressed each day is getting a little bit later and later, I will say. So it felt good to curl my hair and feel human again. So today is such an important topic. Again, it's kind of funny because I pick topics weeks out. And so these past couple of weeks have just really fit what is going on with everything in our world right now. So today, you guys, I want to talk about positive mindset. Last week, we talked about how to handle adversity and, how to cope with adversity, which is great. And one of the things we talked about in that, or I talked about, was keeping a positive mindset. So it's kind of one of the parts that help you handle things when they go wrong. So with everything going on, hey, you guys, hey, Tiffany and Brandy, Sherry, Wendy, Chastity, Jessica, glad you guys could join in. With everything going on in our lives right now, I think it is time to really stop and think about this. I really enjoyed Colby's Connect the Dots, if you guys have been watching those too. He talked today about exercise, which that's my other thing I've been trying to keep up with too during this time. It can be a little bit harder when you're at home to find the discipline. But some things we're doing for ourselves, you guys, it's for our mental health right now. We need this as much for our bodies as we do for our minds. So keeping that positive mindset right now is so important. Every day, right now, we wake up to something new. We wake up to new changes, new limitations, changes that are affecting our daily lives, changes that are affecting our jobs, our schooling for our kids, or maybe yourself, our families, even our ability to leave the house. So, oh my gosh, of all times, keeping positive is going to be really, really key right now, you guys. And I've watched so many different videos, not just personal development ones lately, but people that are coming together from all over, just making videos, making graphics to remind us for our own mental health, how important it is that we all stay positive right now and be there for each other. You're probably pulled out of your normal ways of keeping your clear mind. My normal way is I wake up, I go to the gym, and that's what I do, and that helps me for my whole day. Yeah, I can go to the gym at my house, but first it takes more discipline, and it's not the same. I'm in my house, I can't tune things out like I do when I'm at the gym. When I'm at the gym, I can separate everything from there. So you guys may have been pulled away from the gym, or maybe you're a retail therapy person, and when things get hard, you love to go to the store and love to go shopping. Maybe therapy for you is going to your other job. Maybe it's a volunteer work. Maybe it's going to a nail bar. Maybe it's hanging out with friends. Whatever it is, you may not be able to do that right now. So the question is, what are you doing to keep your mind positive with everything that just keeps going on? And I'll tell you, I do watch the news about once a day. I want to see what's going on too, but I just keep reading, for my own sanity of just watch how much you're doing that, because it also can suck you in too and kind of change your mindset. It's important for us to be on top of and know what's going on, but you got to make sure you're looking at things the best way you can. So let's look at being optimistic. I really feel this situation now, but life in general, being optimistic is just a foundation for your life and a foundation to make you happy. Attitude, you guys, is a choice. Your mindset, it's a choice. So do you choose to look at the glass half empty or half full? Remember, that is up to you. Nobody can make that decision. You always hear of, you can't control what other people do. You can only control how you react. So your reactions are based on where your mental state is and what your attitude and your mindset is. Having a positive attitude is, it's not just a slogan for therapists, you guys. There are so many benefits that influence our health and confidence and relationships. I can give you a ton of reasons why it's important to have a positive mindset. Positive thinkers cope better with stress. They're can be faster and more effective. They typically have better health, better relationships with people. Positive ways of thought help you be more focused, more confident, more concentrated. You can be more successful in life. You have a happier life. All those are great benefits of it. And there's many, many more. But how do you keep that positive attitude, especially when something like this is going on or something, different? My husband and I have been saying through all this how blessed we are that we know we have this going on, but we don't have another really big thing in our life going on. So to think of all the people out there who have something really big in their own life, whether it's health or financial or relationships, along with this, that's a lot for people to have on their plate all at one time. So how do you get there? Maybe your natural reaction to things is not to think positively for whatever reason, and you really have to be forced to think that way. So let's talk about a few different things that you can do right now and always moving forward to help yourself work through that negative, to get yourself back into the right headspace. If it's not something, like I said, that works naturally for everybody. For me, I typically have a pretty positive mindset about most things. I let a lot of things roll, but I know for others, it's not something that happens for whatever reason. Maybe it's things that have happened in their life, or maybe it's just a personality trait, and that's okay because you can change it. You just have to be consistent. You have to be determined, and sometimes you have to be kind of creative. Sorry, let me silence this, on what you have to do. Okay, so here are some tips I want to give you guys to help you guys think more positively, which will help your life just in general and help your productivity just in everything you do. So one thing you can do, and again, especially right now, how key this would be, before you even open your eyes, and this doesn't have to be anything written even, before you even open your eyes and put your feet on the floor in the morning, think of 3 things that you are thankful for. 3 things you're thankful for before you even open your eyes. I think it was it Oprah years ago who did the journal where you'd write, your, and I can't think of the word for it, where you'd write positive things at the end of the day. I'm sure she didn't create it, but it became a big thing everybody started doing. Instead of the end of the day, how about if you wake up with that? And again, you don't even have to write it down, but if you, before you grab your phone, before you start emails, start work, go cook breakfast now, because now we're back to cooking breakfast if you weren't before, your kids are home with you, before you deal with all that, just take those couple minutes to think of 3 things that you're thankful for right now. If you start looking at your day with 3 positives before you look on social media, before you look at the news, and all your anxiety and stress starts to go up, think of where your mind is set for the day. Imagine even thinking of those things and then doing something for yourself, whether it's prayer, meditation, or exercise. Then you're really in for a double bonus. But right now, just think of 3 things that are positive that's happening in your life that you're thankful for to get your day started. Dara, we're thankful for you guys too. Yeah, gratitude journal. Thank you. I'm telling you, I was so excited to come on today because I feel like everyone's kind of disjointed right now and kind of away from each other. Even though we're all on social media, I feel like there's just a different feel right now. So being thankful for things each day. And you know what? Set your alarm if you have to. If let's say you forget right when you wake up, set your alarm for, if you know you're up by 8 o'clock every day, just set your alarm on your phone. So if you forgot that second you woke up, or if you had a child wake you up and you just didn't get to, then you could at least go back to it. And then you can start your day with that joy, that contentment, and that peacefulness, because that can make a big difference in where you're going to be for the whole day. All right. how you start your morning sets your tone, I feel, for the rest of the day. Some people right now are probably binge watching. They binge watch late at night. They wake up and they're binge watching again. It's hard not to, right? We have all this extra time. So right now, your morning routine could be really different from what it normally is. Maybe you wake up normally and that's your calm, that's your quiet time, that's your exercise time. So maybe you are not able to go to work. Maybe you are working inside the house right now. Maybe your kids are home with you. Maybe your plans and appointments have canceled. So your morning routine is not what it normally looks like. I know that we like to wake up to that same routine. Morning routines are big in people's lives. So you may need to alter what your morning routine is right now. You may need to make that shift change and get used to a new morning routine right now until your normal one can be put in there. So instead of letting that, oh my gosh, everything is changing, I can't do what I normally do in the morning, instead of letting that dominate you, look at it in a positive way. All right, maybe you're going to start, after you do your 3 things you're thankful for, maybe you're going to start your day with some positive affirmations. Maybe you're going to look at yourself in the mirror and just say, today is going to be a good day. Today is going to be an awesome day. Today, I'm going to work really hard to play 3 games with my kids. Today, I'm going to work really hard on patience. You know, we're all tested with patience right now. If things, you know, my kids aren't little anymore, so I don't have when kids are little, they need you. They need you so much. And if your normal routine is going to work and taking them to school, and now you're thrown into this, your patience, and you're trying to work from home, or you're trying to do your Color Street business, things may be different. So maybe you're looking at the mirror and you're saying, today I am working on my patience. I'm going to take deep breaths when my patience are tested today. Again, we're put in with our spouses more than you may not be used to. Again, maybe things are getting heated. Maybe you're seeing things differently. Sometimes too much time can be a lot, right? Especially in this situation where you can't really leave. So again, just do some positive affirmations for yourself where you're looking for solutions of how you're going to get through that day. Today is going to be a great day. Today, I'm going to work my Color Street business for 1 hour. I'm going to call people and thank them for their business. I'm going to call people just to check in. I'm going to text 5 people today to see how they're doing. When my parents first got divorced years ago, I was like 13 years old, my mom's self-esteem went out the door. And so one thing I remember her telling me is every day she would wake up, she'd look in the mirror and she would say, I'm pretty, I'm smart, and I'm worth it. And eventually, after saying that to herself over and over and over, she began to believe it. So right now, if you're questioning things about what are you doing right now? You're struggling maybe with your business. You're struggling with, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can handle 3 more weeks of this with everything being crazy and not being able to leave out my house. I challenge you to look in the mirror every day and say something positive to yourself. Say 3 things positive to yourself about what you're going to do. Yesterday, I was feeling really lazy. I said to my husband, holy cow, it scares me. Like, you stay home this long and you could just become lazy, even though I work from home. So it shouldn't really be that much different. But I'm finding it's a different routine. It's just different having everybody home. And so I had to wake up today and say, today is a good day. I'm showering, I'm doing my hair. I got my big day out at noon with my training. I listed my things to myself of what I wanted to get done with my business today. And you know what? I'm going to do it all. So look at yourself in the mirror and give yourself some things. Another thing you can do is just look at yourself and smile. Challenge yourself for 1 minute to look in the mirror and smile. I'll tell you, when I was challenged to do that, I don't know, might have been a year or 2 ago when I was doing, I was in like a group, and that was one of the things that we were told to do. And at first, I'm staring at every wrinkle on my face, thinking, I didn't used to have that. Where'd that sunspot come from? And then next thing you know, I started laughing because all of a sudden you start to see yourself in this funky way because you're just staring at yourself for so long. And how can you not smile after a while? Because it just, your eyes almost go cross-eyed staring at yourself. So look at that morning routine, see what you're doing. give yourself some positive affirmations, things you're thankful for. Also, a third thing is focusing on good things. I don't care how small they are. I don't care if your good thing today is, you know what, I'm sending 5 samples out to people today, because obviously I'm not out putting samples on people right now. My kids are fighting. Well, guess what? They're home safely with you right now, right? The store is out of food right now, and you're trying to figure out what you're going to make. Oh my gosh, look at all the things that the store does have, and look at the things at your pantry that you could make. Maybe you're going to look at it that, oh my gosh, I get to, I'm going to try something new. I was going to make lettuce wraps last night, and I totally forgot to buy water chestnuts. Well, I'm not going to go to the grocery store for one item. So guess what we had? We had frozen pizza. And you know what? I thought, hey, thank goodness I bought that frozen pizza for backup. So try to focus on all those little things that can be good. I don't care how small they are. I'm focused on, again, I was so excited I curled my hair today. Usually I curl my hair and put on makeup every day, and I just haven't been since we're not leaving the house. But boy, it sure made me feel good. So maybe I need to do it the next couple days just to feel good again. So those small things, if shipping's taking longer than normal, hey, guess what? We're shipping. We're still open and shipping. Yeah, maybe they're still on, they're going to finish off. I believe they said they're finishing off on launch day, then they're going to get to the next day. Yeah, that's a week late. But guess what? They're doing it. I got mine from launch day yesterday. That was a good thing. Maybe the nail set, the polish you want is out right now. My gosh, but let's look at the good focus. You could maybe trade with somebody, or we still have other polish that you could get or order. So we've got to focus on the goods and counteract the negatives. How about humor? I know right now that it's a sensitive time of what's going on. By all means, oh, I like how somebody posted the be happier and more productive. It is so true, yeah, Chastity. So much research at where positive mindset and being happy totally makes a difference in what you do. So along with that goes humor, right? I know that this is a dark time, and I'm not downplaying at all what is happening in our country. Trust me, I am watching what's going on. But we've got to try to find some humor in it. I find my high school friends and I all are on a group chat, and mine has been just blowing up because, you know, we have everything from one gal's a nurse who's sending us all like the true real things in the hospital, which is so scary, but she follows it up with some funny memes, because you've got to have humor in this. People aren't doing it to offend other people. They're doing it to survive and keep their mental health. Some people, no matter what, their reaction to hard situations is humor. So as long as you're doing it tastefully, we've got to laugh about some of this. We've got to laugh about, you know, I was out for a walk yesterday, and my friend and I, who walked 6 feet apart, saw 2 other people at the park 6 feet apart. And, you know, I joked and I said, I might come and run in between the 2 of you. You know, we got to find some humor in it. Some of these memes are really funny. So just don't take it too serious. When you see a meme, you know, and someone making a joke, it's okay. People are trying to keep a sense of humor out there right now. Kudos to the people who can still make themselves laugh. That video, oh my gosh, I think I posted it in the leader group and another group I'm in. The video the other day of someone was teaching people at, I think, their church to do a Zoom call. And the lady literally, one of the gals on the Zoom call, literally must not have realized she was on camera, took the phone, set it down on the side of her, going to the bathroom, pulls her pants down, and went to the bathroom with the camera on her. I must have laughed for 5 minutes straight. I could not, I went into my husband, I could not stop laughing. It made my day. Someone else's mistake, yes, it made my day. And I feel bad for that person whose video got posted. But my gosh, if we can't laugh about something like that, then, you know, I just think it makes a big difference right now. So find humor, you guys. Another thing, turn failures into lessons. And that may not be right now with Corona, or maybe, you know what, maybe you're going, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have let my kid play with somebody last week. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have done this. But you know what? Then what can you learn from it? We all have heard from our parents from the time we were little, you learn the most from the mistakes you make. The best things I've learned about a nail bar are making a mistake at a nail bar. The best things I've learned about parenting are when I screw up and I don't give the right answer, and then I think, oh, I should have done that. So remember, our failures aren't failures as long as you get something out of them. You know, in this time right now, this isn't a failure, but let's take what's happening in our world right now. It's a big deal. So what are we going to learn from it? There has to be something positive coming out of this. And I said that the other day. I truly believe, and I sat my family down the other day and I said, look, you know, everyone's been in their own rooms doing their own things. That's what teenagers do. I said, we have an opportunity here. Our family will never, ever, ever have this again, ever. I mean, we have a 16 and an 18-year-old. My son potentially may never live at home again. If anything like this was to ever happen in our lifetime again, they would probably have families of their own. We'll never be just the four of us put in our house where we need to all be together. So we can make the most of it, or we can continue with, you know, one of them in her bedroom watching Netflix till 4 in the morning, the other one playing video games, or we can play games together, watch shows together. We've definitely been eating dinner together no matter what every night, 12 nights in a row, which is pretty impressive. So, you know, we're never going to have anything like this again. So that's what I'm trying to make. Again, this isn't a failure I'm turning into a lesson, but it's a big thing going on, a big pandemic going on that I'm looking at. I'm trying to get a lesson out of it, which is appreciating the time I have together with my family right now. Another tip I can give you guys, I'm just trying to read these. You saw the video, I laughed so hard, I know. I always laugh about hard stuff, right? I know. Sometimes you have to laugh at the hard stuff in order to get through the hard stuff. So let's talk about another thing you can do, transforming that negative self-talk into positive self-talk. Negative self-talk can creep up really easily. Again, especially we're all under stress. We're all in tight quarters right now. You know, you might think, oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this. I haven't been doing my Color Street business. I haven't done this. I should have been trying this. Maybe you're watching the news, putting all these bad thoughts in your head. You know, whatever it is, but the more you have negative self-talk, you internalize that, and we've heard it over and over, that becomes who you are. So it's real important when you catch yourself having these negative thoughts to replace them with positives. You know what? I did a bad job the other day. Let's say you're thinking, I didn't reach out to anybody the other day. I didn't even know what to say. I'm terrible at this. Instead of that, it's, you know what? I'm going to work on what I can say, and I'm going to get better about this. That didn't work out how I planned. Maybe next time I'll get better. But you have to learn a new way to think in order to master the new way to be. Let me say that again. I love this quote. I don't even know where I found it. You must learn a new way to think in order to master a new way to be. So you've got to be able to think positively to move forward, to be the person who has a positive mindset. You know, I'm sure you guys have done this too as a female. I don't know, maybe men do this too. I have no idea. I think it seems more like a female thing. You get in a fight with a spouse or your kids or a friend and you mumble under your breath, right? I've really worked hard at training myself not to do that. That mumbling talk under your breath where you just keep coming up with the negative story, you're hashing it out loud with all the negative stuff. I try to catch myself at the front end, right when that starts, so I don't allow it to change my mood. Because again, I can't change what other people can do. I can only control how I react to it. So if a customer calls you complaining, instead of thinking of all the negatives, oh my gosh, we're out of stock. Oh, it's taking so long for this shit to ship. Oh, they had a ghost order. And instead, you know what? You'd say, I'm so happy that this customer felt comfortable reaching out to me that they could tell me about this complaint. You know, one of your stylists reaches out to you, same thing. I'm so glad that they were able to come to me. Because again, if this is Color Street stuff, they're not coming to you because it's your issue. They're coming to talk to you. So instead of internalizing it and taking it personally, know that they're coming to you because they want to try to get help. If your kids are coming to you, and they're fighting, again, this isn't a parenting thing. It's not anything you did to make your kids fight. So, you know, if they're fighting and fighting and fighting, instead of letting it get you all frazzled, say, you know what, I'm going to go take a couple-minute break all to myself in the bathroom, and I'll be back in a couple minutes, a new mom ready to handle this. And then you go in and figure out what you're going to do with your kids. Maybe if they're little, it's redirecting to find a new activity. Usually it's because they're bored, right? Then I have a couple more things. Another one would be focusing on the present, you guys. Not today, not even this hour, but this exact moment. Be in the moment you are right now, because right now, everything else is out of our control. We can't control what's going to happen on the news. We can't control what's happening outside of our houses if you're in your house right now and unable to leave. We can control what's happening right now. And that's where all these things I told you about are going to come into play. You can focus your energy on engaging with positive thoughts, engaging with people. If something all of a sudden negative is happening around you, you know what? You know what you can do? Call somebody, message somebody. Focus on the present of things that are happening. I guarantee whatever's happening right now for you, you can think of someone who has it worse off. Maybe you can think of someone who's home alone because they're an elderly person that lives alone that can't leave their house. That person who needs the physical touch. That person that needs communication. Maybe you're going to reach out to them. Maybe it's a friend who has a compromised immune system, so they can't leave their house. And so maybe you're going to reach out to them. Focus when your mind starts to switch, focus on that exact moment. How can you get out of that exact negative moment and put it somewhere else? So I challenge you to find something at that time. All of a sudden, grab your kids and go play a game with them. Grab your spouse and, have a quick chat. Do something at that moment to refocus the negativity and focus on that exact moment. Now, on the flip side of that, if you're doing something with your family right now, playing a game, or you're choosing this moment to work, focus on that present moment too. If you're going to sit down and do your Color Street business, then do it right. Sit down, give yourself the 15 minutes you were going to give yourself, message people, reach out to people, send out samples, reach out to hostesses, but do it in that moment, all right? And my last thing is finding positive people again, positive friends, family members, co-workers. Surround yourselves around people that want to build you up and that are going to share in the positivity that you're looking for. This, if you're calling the friend that is, that if you're, okay, I don't want to say this wrong, because you may have a friend who's really struggling with this, and I want you to be that friend for them. But if you're in your moment of weakness, that's not the time to be with that friend. You want to be around that friend who's going through struggles when you're at your best. You don't want to be with that friend when you're at your low moment, because you're not going to be able to help pull them out. Just like if you're at your low moment, I want you reaching out to the people that are going to bring you up out of it. So get on social media, read those positive affirmations. Whether it's someone from Color Street, someone from another job, a friend, a family member, you want to be around those people on a regular basis who are helping you feel good. And then when you have that moment of weakness, those are the people you're going to reach out to get you back out of it. We all have to be here for each other right now, you guys, because we're all going to have that moment of weakness. Yeah, the other night, all of a sudden I had a dream that I was paranoid about my son. He has a weakened immune system. My husband's still going to the grocery store. I watched a video today. We have not been following at all safe corona practices for bringing groceries in our house after watching this guy's video. We haven't been cleaning things. We haven't been washing things off. For all I know, even though I had him tested, he could still then be getting it from the food that we've brought in. And I had a very panicked moment, but it lasted a moment and I got past it. So I understand we're all going to have those moments. And being around people that can help you get through it and keeping your mind healthy right now, you guys, is really, really important. So surround yourself around Color Street people and others that can spread positivity and that can get you where you need to be. Here's a good quote I want to end with. Staying positive does not mean things will turn out to be okay. Rather, it means you will be okay if things don't turn out. There's a big difference there. I want you to think about that. Let me say it again. Staying positive does not mean that things will turn out okay. Rather, it means you will be okay if things don't turn out. All right? So something to think about today. Again, thank you for letting me have my big day out this week. I love coming live with you guys. I feel like it's my way of keeping all of our connections. So thank you to all of you. And thanks for staying positive out there, you guys. I'm telling you, I've said it before, but I think we can be a beacon of light for so many people right now. We're in a real positive type of business, and let's let that shine through to everybody, to our customers, to our friends, to our family. Let's be that person, okay? That's what I have for you guys. So enjoy your day. And I'm just reading these last few comments. This is the best. I've been focusing and looking on the, yes, absolutely. I think we all need to right now. I think we need to take this seriously, but I think we need to be positive through being serious. And you can do that. All right. Thanks, you guys. And everybody, enjoy your Wednesday. And we have, gosh, just under a week. What's the first of the month? Next Wednesday, right? Yep. So we have just under a week to finish our month up. And we can do this. We can finish it strong. There are people out there who still want to have beautiful nails, and they want to support small businesses. So have a great day, everybody. Thanks for all the love and the hearts. And I will see everybody soon.